Welcome to the Short Take with me, Jake, your host, and Alex, my co-host. Hello.
You alright?
Yeah. How you doing?
Not great.
Okay. You know when you do those like dramatic pauses and stuff? I can just cut that out.
Fuck.
Just make it look like you immediately.
So you don't mind if I take a break every now and then when I talk?
I do actually mind quite a lot.
You mind?
Oh, I'll kick you off. I've threatened it before and I'm not afraid to do it. This is episode 16 now. That's crazy.
Oh, so if you watched an episode today, every day, you would have watched 2 weeks and then another 2 days.
Crazy, isn't it?
And then you'd have to something would have to happen because there's no more episodes after that. At least
There aren't any more episodes after that.
How sad's that?
I know.
I feel like every time you listen to the newest episode, you should go back and listen to every other episode.
I agree.
Because we're actually laying the groundwork for a big reveal, and there's little bits of information we're giving, and one day we're going to reveal it, and you're going to feel stupid if you don't put it all together.
Yes. And we're definitely going to reveal it one day.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely going to happen.
I hope you haven't been editing out the bits where we reveal a piece of information. That'd be terrible.
I know, it wouldn't it? Yeah. Who would do such a thing?
The code we give every week.
That little bit of information.
And we tell people how to draw a QR code that if they scan it will bring up the new secret word of the day.
Yeah.
I hope you haven't been cutting any of that. It's really important.
Or the extra secret podcasts.
Yeah, the extra
that are
secret
at least
ones.
3 hours long.
Yeah, if you can just find the link.
Yeah.
Which we say in the episode. We just need to make sure
we say the link out loud.
HTTPS. What's it called when it's 2 dots?
Someone told me the other day.
Yeah, you should know.
Yeah.
2 dots / / / //
Yes. Anyway,
I
think what we do next is that you give us a little ditty.
Do I?
I think you do.
Have I ever sung on this podcast? I don't think I've ever sung on this podcast.
I don't think you have actually. No. Sorry. Should we just move on?
No, it's alright. We'll play the one that I did last week.
Okay.
The one I played last week is boom 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 boom. Welcome to the Short Take. Boom 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 boom. With Alex and Jake. Boom 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 boom. Starts now.
It's already
At the next turning, go left.
It's already started. It's already started.
What are you talking about?
Doesn't matter.
You're the one who chooses when to play the ditty. I did it months ago.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we watch, Jake?
This week, we watched a film called Bus Stop.
Arguable.
I think some of the words in there are correct.
Some of them.
In brackets, award-winning short comedy film.
Who awarded
2020.
This? Who awarded this anything? I'm going to go in on this. I want you to know now.
Yeah, I kind of want to as well.
I'm going to. I don't care.
I don't think these people are ever going to see this, so I don't feel as bad.
I want them to see it.
Just before you do, I want to say that this is their first film.
Yeah. I know.
Should we, to be fair...
Is there
There's not a synopsis.
Doesn't surprise me.
There is a lot of information in the description, but there's not a synopsis.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about breaking down the production of the film and stuff like that.
Okay.
So talking about... I'll read you the first paragraph. It's quite a short paragraph, but then there's 2 fat paragraphs after it.
Yeah.
After all the waiting, we have finally managed to finish our first ever short movie, a result of a collaboration between 2 photographers that have never done film, a wannabe actor who has never stood in front of a camera, and a random idea that 2 best friends had during the corona lockdown. It goes on to just like kind of describe the rest of the film.
I don't
and
care
everything.
about this sub story. I'm not going to go easy.
It was shot on a Sony A7 III.
Yeah.
Don't know what that means.
Some camera that's probably expensive.
Probably. Alex Ops's time. This is going to be harsher than the most harsh one you've done.
What was... Oh, anyone can make a film.
That was waiting, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Anyone
that's the
can make a
harshest.
film.
Yeah, I think that's the harshest one I did. But
Yeah.
even that, like, was kind of double meaning part of it
No,
was
the
meant to be a harsh
insinuation
joke.
was it.
No, but I also was insinuating that literally, like, the idea that anyone can make a film. Okay, so the excerpts of this one was, I guess not anyone can make a film.
Yeah. It wasn't good, was it?
Here's my issue.
My first... Right, I want to...
Okay, go on.
The overriding number one issue is way too fucking long.
Jesus Christ.
It is so long. The first time I watched this, I got about 5 minutes in and I paused it and I was like, oh my god, there's another 10 minutes. And I did it then again. The PlayStation controller died and I had to change it over and it still had 10 minutes left. And I was like, oh my god, how is it going to go on for another 10 minutes?
So, okay. While watching it, I didn't enjoy it. Let me start by saying that.
Yeah.
But, in my head, I was like, okay, I'm not going to be mean because, like... As we said, I was pretty sure it was the first feature. Not feature, but like, first production, like short film. And there are definitely elements in it where I'm seeing something. But the credit montage of them making it made me want to, like, do this now. I want to go in on them. I'm sorry.
Really? Why?
Yes. Because at the end of the day, I feel like I've seen this so many times. And I'm sorry, it fucks me off a bit. This was just a bunch of random fucking, like, people who were like, we could make a short film. And then, like, one of them is a wannabe actor. I'm sorry, you're not a good actor. Like, I'm really sorry. Maybe try, like, acting lessons or something. I feel like you're somebody who just thinks you can act.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You need to, like, do something.
I mean, they wrote in the thing that was like,
a wannabe actor, right?
Yeah, like, it obviously, and who's never stood behind, in front of a camera.
There you go. I'm sorry, but you just do not fit whatever the role is meant to be.
Yeah.
This just feels like a bunch of people who wanted to go and fuck about and decided to film it and thought it was cool.
Yeah,
That's the vibe. And, like, they didn't put any effort into this.
No.
And it shows. And I'm sorry, but that's, like, there are so many people making stuff. And I want to go again back to, not last week's, that's not really fair because that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But, like, the week before with
Prom Dress.
Prom Dress.
Yeah.
Prom Dress was very clearly somebody who really thought about what they wanted to make.
Yeah.
And they want to make films and they put it together. And, like, it feels weird to be annoyed at this film because it's not like it's taken away from anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like...
Yeah.
By making this film, it's not like a massive movie budget where somebody's given them the money and I'm like, why the fuck did you give the money to these people? It's not that. I can't really explain it, but I'm just sorry, I do not like it at all.
No,
and I think, like,
it wasn't
it's not
good.
a labour of love. You guys thought it'd be fun to fuck around. Fair enough, whatever. But I do not like your film. It's a bad film. It has barely any plot, if that. And I think the thing that annoys me is the general idea isn't terrible.
I like the idea.
In fact, you could do some really easy stuff with this idea, and somehow they fuck it up.
Yeah.
And it's so odd. I think the decision to make it silent's pretty great, not just in terms of, like, I think it makes it a bit more fun, but I think in terms of production, it's so much easier because you're not recording any audio.
Yeah, especially
Great
because you're on,
idea.
like, in the middle of a road.
Exactly.
It's going to be windy and
Great
stuff.
idea.
Yeah.
There's a recurring thing of the bus keeps turning up and he keeps missing it.
Oh, so
It's
bad.
never entertaining, and it should be. The idea's fun. The
Yeah.
idea's funny, and, like, you could do some really cool shots. And, like, when you're filming at a bus stop, pretty sure it's easy to get shots of a bus coming by and you just not getting on it. Like, there's so many other versions of what they could have done, and it's really annoying they didn't do them. Each of the scenarios with each of these quirky characters,
Yeah.
it's like none of them work.
Yeah, why any of them?
It's the main guy's so bad. Like, I'm sorry, he's not good at all, and he ruins it. And it just feels like somebody who's like, the fact that I was not surprised when I saw that he was, like, the writer, quote unquote.
He did loads of stuff on it, didn't he?
Exactly,
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. It doesn't surprise me at all.
I think there was no script.
No,
I think they turned up and were like, "Oh, there's a like." I think they found this bus stop, and they were like, "What if you kept missing the bus?"
They storyboarded a lot. It looks like, but then I don't
know what like. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think they did one draft of the script.
Yeah,
and then storyboarded because they're photographers. They storyboarded shots, but they didn't think about anything beyond, like, basic shot composition.
I just realised the thing that annoys me.
Okay.
The thing that annoys me and why I'm mad, because, like I said, it's not taken away from anything, but these are people, like we said, they have a Sony 8II or some bullshit, and then seeing them with their equipment, I'm like, these are some rich cunts who have access to equipment and they're not making the most of it.
Yeah.
That annoys me.
I think they've got they had the monitor on top, didn't they?
That's what I'm saying.
They've got expensive stuff.
Yeah, and there are people who break their left arm to get that stuff.
Yeah.
To make something good, and these dickheads have it to make this. This is sort of shit that I made when I was I don't know, 11.
It does
12.
feel like
do you know what I mean?
a 10-year-old's film. Yes,
it does, and that's my issue. I'm guys, what the fuck?
And not even a good one. Shark Boy and Lava Girl is a 10-year-old's film, and that
literally
is a good film.
Yeah, banging film, best film maybe.
This maybe best film ever. Yeah, but this is
I thought all our credibility, saying shit about these guys just went out the window because we just said that Shark Boy and Lava Girl is the best film ever made.
It's actually just propelled us into stardom, and we're the most we're the most well-renowned film critics out there.
It's true. Sorry, I just noticed your note for last episode and this episode. Last episode you wrote high production and then nothing. And then this episode you wrote lots of stuff, the first one being way too long.
Yes. It is way too long. Last week I just I was watching it, I was I picked this but I just don't have anything to say about
Why
it
did you
really.
pick it? I hate you for picking it, by the way. I hated the ending where they tried to make it
Yeah,
they tried to make a clever ending, I guess, where it's
I just put the ending question mark,
any
exclamation
sense.
mark, question mark.
It doesn't make any sense.
Why does it cut to the
I would say
avatar?
the best thing about the book, and I'm assuming they made this, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, is the cover of the book.
I don't think they made it. I think they just went
Do you think they just found that on Google or something?
They went into a bookshop or Google.
Because it's not the original cover of that book, I'm 90% sure.
Oh, really?
They've
Have you
wrapped
seen
that
it?
around. No. I just mean the book that they've taken a hardcover book and put a fake cover on it.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure because when you look, there's points where you can see the edge of the book, and it doesn't match up.
Okay.
If they did make it, props, because I really enjoy it. The little
I don't
guy,
think they did.
And then the stick figure head is part of the yin yang.
Yeah.
That's really fun. But that's all. That's it. I refuse.
It's just
The hookah guy. What the fuck's that about?
It's just all
Imagine walking around with a hookah. Do you know what I mean?
Especially in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then you're sitting next to one guy in the middle of nowhere and you're just blowing it in his face. Weird. No one would do that. No real human would do that. It's I don't know. I think I got into I think it was after I realised there was 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
And I started I was oh, okay, I'm just writing. I had this list already. And I was this list is way too long of negatives. So I was think of at least something positive you can say. And you kind of mentioned it already. It's good concept.
Yeah, the concept's solid.
A guy keeps missing the bus.
Yeah, and then all the quirky characters who come through. It's
but I think in that short film, in this alternate version of the short film, the core of that story is the character.
Yeah, and
right.
There isn't one.
He should be a.
But then it feels like they set it up with a character, but they don't.
Did because he crashed his car and he was pissed off.
And then he has the Zen book, but then that doesn't amount to anything.
No, it means nothing.
No, because it's not like he
just gets picked up in the car and then it crashes, and then for some reason he's back in his own car.
It's really confusing.
It's so confusing. I don't understand it at all.
So,
Waiting, which is the other one,
so much better than this.
I would begrudgingly kind of lump it into the same category of no budget first feature film. They just kind of try something. But Waiting, they were trying to do something.
Yeah, and they had an idea.
They were trying to make a short film.
Exactly.
This, they were just putting shots next to each other. There was no reason that any of these shots had to be before any other shots or after any other shots.
No,
there was it was just moments that happen next to each other.
Yeah, I don't like any of them.
From
what I could tell, the people, any of them, from what I could tell in this thing. And the thing that solidified it for me, and this is such a stupid little thing. It's not a stupid little thing, actually. No, it's annoying. In the credits, they're crediting everyone.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, goes on for too long. Especially the first guy, the guy who wrote it and stars in it. Oh my god, his thing stays up for ages.
Did they say who edited it?
I think it seems to be honest that there's a tech guy and him.
Okay.
And I think the tech guy probably did it. I don't know.
All right.
But it stays on him for ages, which is annoying. Then it shows each person, and then it goes teenagers in car. Then it shows everyone else. And then it shows the two females who are in the car. It's teenagers in car. So why?
I hate...
What?
I know, it was so weird.
What a scummy little thing to do.
I know.
They're just these girls don't matter. It's so weird. It really rubbed me the wrong way. I was what?
The only other female No, there was a couple more because there was the girl who
There's
picks
the
him
girl
up.
who picks
but
him up and the
girl who provided the car that saved their production.
Yeah.
They put the car that saved our production and then the person's name. Like what? Like that was just such like a.
Honestly, they just seem like horrible little men, if I'm being honest. And this is such a weird judgment because we don't know them and we only have these very few. So something about them really rubs me the wrong way. I'm like, you all seem like rich little cunts. Honestly.
Also, one of the credits for one of the people. So all of the guys who were actually in the film, I think, were behind the scenes as well. I think they were all doing everything. One of the credits was battery charger. That's not a job.
I mean, it's a job someone should be doing, but it's not a role.
No, it's not a creditable role.
Jesus Christ.
I thought that was so weird.
Well,
should we go through some of the like scene by scene criticisms?
Do we have to?
I've got a couple of
go on
little ones.
I'll say, do you know what the closest thing I can think to compare this to, and I'm not even joking, is Suicide Squad 2016 Suicide Squad. Just like scenes. Not even scenes, moments, trailer moments, jumbled together, but they're not even trailer moments. They're just shit. It's just stuff shit together.
And someone will come back in 6 years and make a better version.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hopefully that happens with this. We should do it. We should make the better version of this film.
Should we do it?
I feel like in spite we should do it just to fuck that. Just be like, look, this is what you were trying to do.
And it's better now.
Yeah, you're welcome. You can have it.
Just delete your one.
Yeah.
The weird war bottle thing. Like,
I didn't hate the war ball thing, but that was before I knew what was going to happen in the rest of it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, first time watching it, I was like, okay, that was a bit rude.
But like, I think that kind of stuff should have been the film.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's a slimy businessman. Mm-hmm. He's like stuck taking a bus, which he obviously won't want to do because he's a slimy businessman.
Why did he offer it?
I know. He's not a good person, right? Surely the character isn't a good person.
Sat down, he had a bottle of water next to him. The runner comes up. He jogs on the spot. He sits down for a second, like, whew. The guy's reading his book. Maybe he turns away, and then the jogger picks up the bowl, opens it, drinks loads from it, and then puts it back, and then jogs off. And then the guy goes back to reading, and then he goes back to pick up his bowl, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, well, it's all gone.
Yeah, it's just gone.
This
what?
is a podcast. They can't see what you're doing.
Sorry, I didn't even think about that. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't see what I'm saying, listeners, because you can't see
But we see you.
But yeah, like...
But yes, they...
that's a joke. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Bean. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like Mr. Bean has done this sketch.
I think he has. I thought that multiple times watching it. I was like, this is just a bad Mr. Bean sketch.
I think it's in the Mr. Bean movie.
Oh, it goes on holiday or something.
Holiday. I think
you're
it's
right.
actually in that film.
I think you're right.
Should we just cut that scene down and send it to them and be like,
This is
better.
This is better.
This is your scene.
This movie is better. Yeah, I just mean like every quote-unquote joke in it was not a joke. It was just them ticking boxes as to what they were like, this should be happening.
And also, nothing happens, right? He's
this
just sitting
film
there.
didn't have a director. I think that's the issue.
It didn't. I don't think anyone was credited with directing it,
I don't think they were.
No. I don't know, like nothing happens and he's just sitting there reading his book. And then suddenly something happens just as the bus is arriving. Mm-hmm. It's like, that's not good pacing.
No.
That's really not.
It's
like,
bad.
It's just...
Do you know what? I'm gonna deal with the final blow.
Yeah.
The final blow, I think, is that Apparition is so much better than this.
Wow.
Yeah, and I want you to know that. Your, like, arguably first film, right? Yeah. Is Apparition considered, would you say,
I would consider it my first film, yeah.
That's 1,000 times better than whatever the fuck this is. And I'm so happy with that.
We finally found something worse than Apparition. That's crazy.
Apparition's not that bad.
No, I like bagging on it though. No, it's good fun.
But I like Apparition for what it is, but you can tell it's your first like attempt at making something. And this, I don't know if it's a first attempt. It just is bad. I'm just like, is this a first attempt?
Yeah.
The brazenness of it
I know.
makes you think it could not be.
They said it's their first attempt, at least.
Said that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do we know what award this has won?
Oh, that's very interesting. Because it says award-winning, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I really want to know.
Berlin something.
What the fuck is happening in Berlin? I want to know what other shit they were seeing that year.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Best film.
Disgrace to filmmaking.
Should never be best film. This makes me go, why are we not entering films into short film contests? If that could win best film.
I know.
How
I was like...
horrific.
I've got 3 short films currently out. And the most recent one, people said to me, "Oh, you should like enter that into film festivals," and I was like, "Oh, I don't think it's."
Is that The Kick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
I
we
like
will
The Kick.
review one day.
We should. I like The Kick.
I'm thinking like one a season, and we can
Yeah.
do like some of yours next season maybe.
That's a good show. When I finally release mine.
Finally, yeah.
Finally.
Is that considered your first film? Because I
No.
Bucket Man?
Bucket Man, probably,
Yeah.
technically.
I want to review Bucket Man so much.
We can review Bucket Man. I still have a real soft spot for Bucket Man.
Yeah. Oh, I love that film. Anyway, I was saying like, I was watching and I was like, yeah, I like it. It's a much better film than something I've done before, but I still don't think it's worthy of going to a film festival.
Perfectionist thing, I think I get that with my stuff.
Yeah, but then to know that that film won.
I have massive confidence with this. I always remember going to, I went to a comedy open mic and I was debating on doing it, and I was speaking to one of the comedian guys, quite young, and he said, dude, if you ever want to get a confidence boost for doing it, go to any other open mic like in a pub, because the one I went to was specifically, it was called like Type 5, and it was specifically up and coming comedians, and everyone was in the same vibe of these are people trying out 5 minutes that they've just written.
Yeah.
So like it was very supportive as a group, and it was like they were all pretty funny people because they were really trying to be good.
Okay, yeah.
But he said go to like a standard open mic at a pub, and you will immediately see about 3-4 people and be like, holy shit, if they can do this, I can do this 1,000 times better.
Or just watch Joker.
Yeah. I did at multiple points in this film I was like, is this a new Joker film?
Well, this is Joker's origin.
Honestly, this is a slam on the Joker. It has about the same like attitude towards like the world's horrible.
Yeah.
I wish this guy would kill everyone and it would be fine because the world's horrible. That's what this felt like.
Yeah.
I just wanted to kill everyone involved in making it. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Where would you rank it?
Best film ever?
Do you think it's better than A Hero?
I think it might be.
Whoa.
No, I think this is going to go in the dog shit category.
What if this was the film that beat Tickle Monster?
Oh, I've been banking this for weeks, waiting, praying.
Is this the one you thought? Wait, have you shown me the one you thought was going to beat Tickle Monster? You told me you thought one would.
I have shown you. Yeah.
Was it the gunfighter
It
one?
was, yeah.
That's fair. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Because I know you do like comedies.
I love comedies. I love westerns.
Yeah.
I love Nick Offerman. I
So,
like the narrator gimmick. I've done a sketch on YouTube once upon a time that was that sketch.
Have
like
you?
the idea, yeah, once upon a time, ages ago.
Don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's called Stranger Than Friction. Because it's like the idea was me and the narrator were like not getting on.
Yeah. I feel
And
like
Stranger
you've
Than Fiction, the
probably
movie.
hidden that somewhere, so I can't find it.
I definitely haven't. Like it's on my
I'm
channel.
gonna find it then.
Anyway, it's not as good as Tickle Monster. Obviously, there's no
I think this is the worst one we've watched.
100%. Can we have a bottom rank now? Can we put this solidly at the bottom?
We're gonna have Jake and Alex's favorite films and worst film ever.
Yeah, whatsoever, which is a collective choice.
It is a collective choice.
And it is this. And it will remain this. Probably forever.
Probably, yeah.
If we ever see anything worse than this, I will personally apologise.
to every single one of these
every
people
single person
individually.
credited, I will find them and I will apologise to them. Because I do not believe we will.
And we can apologise to all of the women involved twice.
Yeah,
Once for
oh god.
having to be in a film,
Yeah.
and once for...
All of these people seem like horrible people again. It'd be so funny if they were like the nicest people.
I feel like part of it, maybe, because it's a European film, isn't it? Do you think it's just one of those, like, avant-garde, like...
No.
Do you think it's even trying to be that?
Waiting was that.
Yeah, Waiting was
And
that,
Waiting,
to be
like,
fair.
again, when we watched Waiting, I said specifically, not my kind of film. Like, I respect it, and I know there are people who will like it.
Yeah,
Not
and it
my
was
kind
trying to
of
be a film.
Yeah, exactly.
This wasn't.
Somebody gave a shit.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a shit when they were making this. They were like, we could drive out to a bus stop and you have a camera, an expensive camera,
Yeah.
because your dad has lots of money probably. Let's do it.
Yeah. I reckon that's what happened.
I'm very upset now. You made my day worse.
You're welcome.
You better tag him in this. You better tag him in this if you can.
Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. Feels mean.
I want them to hear this. Fight me.
They've got a new short film out as well.
What? I kind of want to watch that.
The top
I'm so curious.
The top thing in the description is watch our new film.
Can you click on it? I just want to see what the thumbnail looks like, and I want to see.
34 minutes.
34 minutes. What's it called? A Dream Away. Oh, they did a crowdfund for it. How many views does the 744,000 views? Who are these cunts?
I mean,
Are they like YouTubers? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I did like YouTube the word short film, and it came up. So like, obviously, people have been watching
nah,
it.
they're paying to get these seen.
Really?
744k. All their other videos have like 568. It's almost always the same number. That's really weird.
What, 568 views? Or
It's
1,000 views?
No, 576, 567, 560, 568, 465, then 744,000, then 696, then 1,000, 830.
Okay, so yeah, they're not.
3.3. They're paying for views in some way. We're not going to watch it on this podcast. I refuse to watch 34 minute, but I'm definitely going to look at this at some point.
Yeah, I don't want to watch and review a 34
I'm
minute
very
film by
curious. I'm so curious. Yeah, I really get a distinct feeling in the same way you get those horrible rich dickhead YouTubers. I think these technically are those people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
they just think they can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
they just have
because.
money.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I get, and I don't like it.
Well, we won't be revisiting this one, I don't think. Moving on to bigger and better things, I guess.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
I'll pick next time. Outro. D.
Please, get us out of here.
Yeah, no, I've really brought down the mood.
Just do a very sad and somber.
Ooh, the short take of Alex and Jake. Watching short films and talking about them. One day, we all will die.
Very Johnny Cash.
It wasn't. Don't say that. That's not what it was. Oh my god, you think I'm Johnny Cash? Oh my god.
I did not say that you were Johnny Cash.
Oh.
Anyway, I guess check out this film if you want to.
Please don't.
Please don't. Just watch the...
I honestly,
think you can pick up everything you need to from
it's
this.
kind of a situation now where if you've listened to us talk about it and you haven't watched it, I think it's worth looking to see what we're talking about. But like,
Maybe.
Don't watch the whole
It's
thing.
a painful 14 minutes though.
Yeah, 100%.
I was actually dreading having to watch this again to review it.
Why did you pick it?
I like doing a bad one every now and then.
That's true, you do.
I do. So maybe check out the film, but probably don't. But do check out our socials and everything like that. And maybe leave a comment about how much you hated this film.
Type in, Alex is very mean this one. I don't like him.
We've shown our true colours.
And I'll downvote it. I'll give it a thumbs down and you'll know it's me.
I will.
No, not you, I'm talking about them.
I will
I'm not
as
always
well.
talking to you.
No, you're not. You never talk to me
No, it's true.
outside of
I've
this.
never talked to you.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time with a better
You'll
film.
hear us next time, but we'll see you.
Good times.
Bye.
Bye.